Hello everyone, I am Yasmina Paradera, and today I will be discussing the seed's morphology and seedling structure. So materials that I use is mung beans, white corn seeds, blade, battle, and lunchbox. In monocot, I use corn. Corn is used as livestock feed, human food, biofuel, and as a raw materials in industry. So the scientific name of the corn is the maize. Origin. Corn was originally domesticated in Mexico by native peoples by about 9,000 years ago. Corn physical description. The corn plant is a tall annual grass with erect, solid stem. The large, narrow leaves have wavy margins and are spaced alternately on opposite sides of the stem. In liquid, I choose mung beans. Mung beans are members of the legumes family and related to Adzuki and Cowpea. So the scientific name of the mung is Vigna radiata. Physical description. The mung plant is an annual erect or semi-erect, reaching a height of 0.15 to 1.25 meter. So internal and external structure of corn and mung bean. So ano siya guys, ang pictures sa internal and external structure of the corn and the mung bean. So this is the equation that I made for the corn, seeds, manokot, mung bean, likod. So ako siyang i-zoom in guys para maklaro siya. But, sorry. Ako siyang i-zoom in gamay guys para maklaro siya. But, unfortunately, di kaya siya dyan klaro kayo. But, in the next page, the parts of the corn in the mung bean will be explained. So the description and the function of the corn seed parts. So this is what I've said earlier. Muna ang parts sa corn. So the first is cotyledon. So description. Cotyledon is cotyledon. It is a thin shell-like structure between the rest of the corn embryo and the endosperm. So the function of cotyledon is absorb nutrients from the endosperm and transmit them to the growing embryo. So the second one is endosperm. So the description is the maize endosperm is generally described as having a triploid origin, and the development of endosperm tissue in the kernel proceeds at a tremendously fast rate. So function is the endosperm occupies the bulk of the kernel and in the main energy reserve for the development of the young seedling. Starch in the primary component of the endosperm. So embryo. Maize mature embryo consists of a well-differentiated embryonic axis surrounded by a single massive cotyledon called scotellon. So function of the embryo is the storehouse of food important for the germination process. So radicle. So this description is first root of plant and grows downward in the soil. Function. Radicle absorb nutrients and water and transport to the leaves for the process of photosynthesis. Hypocotyl. Region between the radicle and the coleoptile and forms more roots. So function is it pushes the cotyledons above the ground to develop. It eventually becomes part of the plant stem. Seed coat, an outer protective covering of a seed. Protect seeds from physical temperature-related or water damage. So the last part of the corn seed is epicotyle. Sort of the description of epicotyle is region inside the coleoptile that forms the leaves and the stems. So the function is that gives rise to the stem and leaves and is covered by a protective sheath. So the description and function of mung bean part. So as you can see, the mung bean part is the canon, guys. So let's proceed to the epicotyle. So the portion of the axis of the plant embryo or seedling above the cotyledonary node. So the function is responsible for growing in order to punch through the surface of the ground. Hypocotyl, the part of axis of a plant embryo or seedling below the cotyledon, give rise to the roots. Radicle. The primary root of radicle is the first organ to appear when a seed germinates. It grows downward into the soil, anchoring the seedling. It's a function capable of absorbing water from the soil, which is required for the development of the embryonic plant. The soil cotyledon of the monkeys. So a part of the embryo within seeds that forms the first leaves when the plants germinate. And the function is cotyledon helps supply the nutrients a plant embryo needs to germinate and become established as a photosynthetic organism and may themselves be a source of nutritional reserves or may aid the embryo in metabolizing nutrition stored elsewhere in the seeds. So the last part is seed coat. Seed coat can be thin and soft as in beans or thick and hard as in locust or coconut seeds. Function: protect the embryo and to transmit information regarding the external environment. The step first that I did is I prepared the bottles, then each bottle containing 30 pieces of corn and beans that have been soaked in water for 24 hours. So this is a picture and the germination process. And this is the first day, the third day, the second day, third day, and the fifth day. So guys, I inambak ako sa fifth day because unfortunately I didn't take a picture in the fourth day of germination process. So the parts of germination seeds, guys, the parts of germination seeds. So I already I already I already explained the description and function of the mung beans. So in conclusion, I believe it is vital to select a high quality seeds to ensure that the seeds you plant grow healthy. As a result, understanding seeds morphology and seedling structure is important because it will help determine whether the structures of the seed are good or bad. Furthermore, seed structure are important because they help in germination of new plants, and seeds habits are a significant advancement in the evolution of higher plants. So that will be all. Thank you guys for listening. Take care.